Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the 3 PKs on the podcast. I am one of 3 people on this podcast. I am Nathan. I'm here with my sister, Emily, and my brother, Matthew.
Hello.
Hello.
That was super formal, like it was brand new or something.
Well, it's almost brand new.
I mean, it's
I like
not
how you
completely
welcomed
brand new,
them
but
Season 2.
back, but they weren't the ones that left.
well,
Ooh.
I mean,
You
if
were.
we weren't there, then they weren't there either. So I don't know. Anyway,
Well, but you didn't
Well-
welcome us back.
well,
You
hi, Matthew and
Just
Emily.
introduced
Welcome
us.
back.
But, okay, thank you.
How have you guys been?
I've been great.
Yeah, totally.
Awesome. Me too. It's
Well-
been kind of crazy.
Well, I think we have to discuss the elephant in the room that
Wait, there's an elephant in the room?
Are you? I don't see an elephant.
figuratively speaking.
Figurative elephant.
I see there's a
So-
figurative elephant in the
Figurative
room.
elephant.
I almost said figurative
No.
element. There's a figurative element in the room.
So I
Mhm.
was listening to a podcast the other day. So I was driving to work
I
and
was
I
listening to podcasts.
realized-
the other day.
I was like, oh no, we've become that podcast. And what I mean by that podcast is I've had a handful of podcasts where they either like just drop off the face of the earth forever, or they go
I
like
thought
months.
you fell off the face
without-
of the earth.
They go months without, releasing another podcast.
And
And I'm
even
like-
telling you why.
And even telling you why. You're just like, are you okay? Like,
What happened?
are you on vacation? Did you, are
We
you
no longer
stranded on a
important to
desert
you?
island? Maybe it's a combination of vacation and stranded on a desert island.
Like
Gilligan's
Island
deal.
Went on a 3-hour tour, and
Yeah. And
3 years later, here we are. Yeah.
and then you like, and then they record one and you're like, yes. And then you like never hear from them again for a little while. And you're like, what is going on? So anyway,
We don't plan on being that podcast.
no,
No.
but we were that podcast for a little bit, like
Yeah.
4
Mhm.
months,
Well-
5 months.
The thing
Well-
is, too, is we tried to, record a couple of them,
Yeah, that's what I was gonna.
at least twice, I think.
Twice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We
Did-
had
Didn't
two-
mean to steal your
Lost
thunder,
episodes.
but
We're not lost.
we have them still.
Well, I'm
They
calling them a
just,
lost episode because they didn't get
Not all who
released, but-
wander are lost. I never fully understood that phrase. I feel like it's like a weird statement.
Not a fan of it, but,
But we've tried to get more episodes out, and then for whatever reason, we've just had different things
Yeah,
happen.
we- well, kind of what happened. I mean, we kind of had a little bit of a busy kind of go on a little bit during the December month. We recorded one, a Christmassy type one in December. The last one we actually released is Thanksgiving. So
Yeah.
that's November. So it's been longer than 4 or 5 months for the listeners.
Yeah, it's been
it's been 6 months.
no, that's still 5 months.
No.
We're at the beginning of the 5th month of the year of
Well,
2021.
I was going to say,
Okay.
beginning of the 5th month.
4.5. But
Technically speaking,
yeah, but
we've had a long time to be thankful
Boo.
and eat Thanksgiving foods.
there you go.
Maybe that's what it is. They're like, man,
we
that was
finally-
some food coma, guys.
We finally finished all the leftovers from Thanksgiving, and we're back now.
So now it's time to
No,
talk about
technically-
Christmas.
Technically, we didn't because I have a couple little foods from Thanksgiving that I've frozen.
Oh,
What?
I was like, wait, it's just sitting there and you haven't eaten it all this
Yeah,
time?
I've
and
stashed it in the back of the fridge. It's no problem. Trying to get my greens in, you guys.
It started out dark red cranberry sauce. Now it's greens.
Well, I made some various
Would you like green
gluten-free
eggs and ham?
gluten-free foods, but then I couldn't finish them because I'm the only one that eats them. But I made enough as if I was feeding a family, so I had to freeze some of it.
Yeah.
The thing that
And
I was
see,
most proud of
everyone,
was the
I'm
gravy.
I'm learning this just as you are. I had no idea.
Yeah. Well,
Today I
there's
found out.
one little container
Mm.
that looks like it's ice cream. It's in a Talenti ice cream container, but that's not ice cream. It's turkey gravy.
That would
Okay.
definitely be
That'd have been a
A
great
surprise.
April Fool's joke.
turkey
Yeah, I
gravy
guess
ice cream. Yum, yum.
Ooh.
That's
Oh, ooh. My stomach is not happy with that idea.
You hear pumpkin ice cream? This is turkey gravy ice cream.
Yeah.
Someone will probably do it. Now that we mention it.
Someone might do it
I'm
on
sorry,
purpose.
world.
Like, it sounds like one of those dares. Like, you'll eat turkey gravy ice cream for like, I don't know. It's like one of those awareness challenges on Facebook or something.
Oh, speaking of dares,
Oh boy.
one of the things we did during this time,
Oh, I might know where you're going with that.
you participated in it,
Okay, yeah. So
which is not your usual, actually.
Okay, now I'm just lost.
Matthew is not.
well. That was a hint.
What?
You missed it.
Matthew's not.
Wait.
He might.
Yes, I might know what you're
gave him a
talking
hint.
about.
Give him a hint. Yeah, he's
Yes.
not really the one to do like dares, but it wasn't
Or-
exactly a
It's not,
dare.
it's not a
It was
dare.
like a
I probably, if he
challenge.
called it a dare, I probably wouldn't have done it.
Yeah.
Maybe.
You wouldn't
No,
have.
I don't think you would have. I don't know.
Anyway.
Anyway, so there's the game Bean-Boozled,
Which I don't like.
which for those of you that don't know, that the
Go
original
buy one.
game.
You'll find out. Just start eating jelly beans. You'll be good.
Yeah, I wouldn't.
Just put them in the same container and just
Yeah.
start eating them.
Yeah. Speaking of April Fool's jokes,
Yeah.
was that the train of thought? No. Okay. Anyway, continue.
So back to my story. See. So Bean-Boozled, the original, has regular flavored jelly beans, but then they have jelly beans that are the same color but a different flavor. For example, you have brown jelly beans that are either chocolate pudding or they are dog food. You have the tutti frutti colored ones that are either tutti frutti or barf.
Because
Or is
those
it dead
things are
fish?
definitely really
One's
close to
either
each other.
No, I think it's either peach or barf, and the other one's tutti frutti.
Wait, isn't that the same thing?
Yeah.
Okay.
One's either tutti
Yeah.
frutti or tutti.
And then you have one that's like either lime or lawn clippings,
Yeah.
and then one's like either
Well,
apple
yeah.
or boogers.
Mm.
The one that's like, to me, the very safe one is the one that's either blueberry or
Toothpaste, I think,
toothpaste.
right? Yeah.
Yeah.
because it's like, well, that's
See,
not
I
going to be
think
bad.
those are the only Bean-Boozled I'd really tried before because I'm like, I'm willing, whichever one I get, I'm okay with finding out what that tastes like. Like, lime versus lawn clippings or toothpaste versus blueberry. I'm like, okay, I'll do that one because
Yeah.
I'm not going to freak out either way,
Dead fish. No. I've
Yeah.
But
heard
that's
that dead
not-
fish is really nasty, too.
Yeah, it's terrible. I couldn't even swallow it. The barf one I
Never-
could actually swallow, but not
Mhm.
that one.
Ugh.
That's irony, sort of. But
Anyway, but that's not the challenge that we did.
yeah, well,
Because
sort of. It's Bean-Boozled,
was a
but it was a
Bean-Boozled.
different type of
It's a
Bean-Boozled.
different type of Bean-Boozled. It was spicy peppers.
So instead of but they were all the
Dude.
quote bad flavors.
But it
Like,
wasn't.
they were all
it
the
wasn't.
spicy.
It could be spicy or it could be something
No.
else.
No.
It's just it
You
all
know it's gonna be
burns
bad.
your mouth.
Basically, you Russian roulette. you spun a thing to see which jelly bean you get,
Mhm.
and then you eat that jelly bean, and it's like there was like cayenne and jalapeno,
Mhm.
habanero,
Sriracha.
sriracha. I know there was was there another one besides the worst one?
I feel like
There was,
was.
but I can't place it.
No, I think there was only 6, right? Anyway, the worst one was the Reaper.
The Carolina
Reaper.
Reaper. They didn't have ghost
Carolina
pepper, right?
Reaper.
No.
No.
Yeah, and guess what I got on my first spin?
See, I figured, I'm like, okay, if I get that one, I'm just going to bow out right away, but I didn't get that one, but I was the first to bow out, because how we played it was everyone got one glass of milk, and you could drink that entire glass of milk, but once you need a second glass, you're out. And so I drank a lot of the milk to get rid of the spice, and I was out pretty quickly.
See,
Well-
I personally don't like games like that because I don't like boxing myself into like doing something where like, oh, now I have to like eat a Carolina Reaper or something.
But you didn't have
So
to.
yeah, that's where I was like,
Sure,
if I,
just
if
be
I
like,
got
no,
that
I'm
one, I
not
was going to
doing it.
bow out.
But
you
in
know?
my
Which is what I
head,
did
I would
at
think I would think, oh, sure, now I have to,
Yeah. Nope. I don't feel that way. But so the
Well, yay
there
for
was a
you.
prize. The prize was $10.
And, well,
Then it got up-
originally it was $10 for first prize and
And
$5
for
for
second
second prize.
prize.
But by the time we got to the end of the game,
we determined that whoever made it to the end deserved the full $15.
Yes.
So then, because the way I wanted to play it, we didn't play it the way I wanted to play it. I wanted to play it where
Mousetrap.
everyone started, and it was a progressive spice. So you
Mhm.
started with the lowest spice and worked your way up.
right?
But instead, we did the spin.
Which
so
is
then
the way the game was intended to be done.
it doesn't say. But I'm assuming because it came
has
with a
the
spinner.
thing, but it doesn't
Yeah,
give
yeah.
you any rules.
It doesn't
of
give you
this is
any
how you're
rules.
supposed
It
to do
doesn't tell you how you need to do it. But in any
Oh,
case,
weird.
so the rule was you only had to bite down on it once. On the jelly
Boy.
bean once.
Mm.
You only had to chew one time. So I get the Carolina Reaper first time. I'm like, are you kidding me? That was like the one that I was nervous about getting. So I get it. I only bite it maybe 2 or 3 times, and then I take the milk and I swallow it like a vitamin. I'm like,
Yeah.
We're done with this.
then it hits my stomach, and I go, yeah, that was a bad idea.
See, that's where it went
Ugh.
wrong for me. Was it basically fighting the spice of the acid in my stomach from the jelly bean? It kind of turned to sour milk. So it was yeah. It
Ugh.
basically felt like I had sour milk
Ugh.
in my stomach, even though it
Yeah.
was good milk when I drank it. But
So we
Yeah.
come around full circle. Nobody else has to do Carolina Reaper. Everyone gets sriracha and jalapeno. I think one person got the habanero, so I'm like, all right, somebody got at least a little kick, Then it comes back to me. Second one, Carolina Reaper. I'm like, you've got to be kidding me. So I'm like, okay, this time I'm just going to chew it all the way and swallow. Bad idea.
It was worse.
Oh, man. And the problem, so here's where they're evil. Okay, the jelly beans are evil because they're jelly beans, so they get stuck in your teeth.
Ugh, oh.
So what's your
Ooh.
normal thing? You're like, oh, I got a little something stuck in my teeth.
Oh,
So you kind of try to,
no.
move your tongue around and
No.
move it out of your teeth. Yeah, no. Let's just rub my tongue on a pepper at that point. It's like let me just take what is that oil they call it? You know,
I can't.
capsaicin.
Capsaicin.
I never say it right.
I don't know.
Capsicum
I don't know.
extract,
Somebody
whatever.
somebody teach us how to say this right. But whatever the extract is for the pepper,
Capsaicin,
I
maybe.
might as well have just taken a shot glass of it and dipped my tongue in it, because that's what it felt like. And I'm like, because that was the problem too. It got under my tongue. Somehow the oils from it got under my tongue.
Ooh.
Oy.
See, that happened early
See-
on but it was a lower level pepper, but it
Oh,
was,
man.
it was, yeah.
I'm like, and the thing is normally, I've heard people say, oh, I get nervous because I think it's not going to stop burning. And I always thought that was dumb. I'm like, of course it's going to stop burning. But in that moment, I was like, okay, this is really, really hot. Let me take a drink of milk. And I'm like, ooh, it didn't do anything. So then I'm like, well, let me let the milk sit in my mouth for a minute. So I'm like, oh, okay, just a teensy bit of relief. And then I swallowed the milk. And then it was like, bam, with a vengeance, burning. And I thought, oh no, this is never going to go away.
See, this is
it's not getting better. In fact, it feels like it's getting worse. So finally, I took a sip of the milk and I just held it in my mouth until it came back to my turn. And the funny thing was, the next one I got jalapeno, and it actually relieved it, I think. I don't know if it helped clear out some of the other oils. I don't know if I was just thankful because it wasn't the
Reaper.
Carolina Reaper again. But I determined at that point, I'm like, I can't do a third one of these. I made it. I was in third place. And then I spun and I got a Carolina Reaper, and I'm like, it's not.
Nice.
It's not worth it.
I'm like,
Like,
it's
bye.
$15. I'm like, that's not worth it. That.
Yeah.
It's not worth it now, and it's not worth it tomorrow morning. If you know what I mean.
See, I there was
The
another
Reaper
reason I
strikes
didn't really
back.
want to play that game. I didn't play, just in case you, for those listening, if you haven't picked up on that yet, I didn't play, and I can't do spice. Jalapeno is the highest I can go. Higher
Yeah.
than that,
Well, see,
Sorry.
I'm not a fan of spice really either, but I was more apt to go for that because it's spice, and I know how spice generally feels. It's just, more or less of that pain of spice is what I figured, So I'm like, but rather than the normal one is just, bad taste in your mouth. Well, after playing that one, I'm like, I probably would be okay with the regular Bean-Boozled because I think I would rather do bad flavor than spice after. But I haven't played both to be able to compare them.
Yeah.
But I had not long before playing that game. I think one of the reasons why I was like, oh, I might try it is there was from we had in the fridge. It was like Domino's and it was like jalapeno bread or something like that.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And so I got it and I got like a solid bite of straight like the jalapeno itself, and my mouth burned like so bad, and I'm like, well, this can't be as bad as that. But I was like, yeah, I mean, I didn't really go as far with it, but they actually made it taste like a pepper, which I was not expecting. And when you get it, you're like,
Oy.
Yeah,
because it's a jelly bean texture with the pepper flavor.
That was the evil, the very evil thing about the Carolina Reaper, because of all of them, that one tasted the best flavor-wise.
Really?
I think it had the best flavor. It didn't taste like pepper. It was just like it kind of had it had like a sweet pepper taste to it, and then so you're biting into it, you're like, oh yum, and then you're like, it's on my tongue. Like it, I don't know. I'm like, it might be less painful if you stuck a mouthful of bees in your, like, and just let them sting your tongue multiple times.
Oy.
I feel like that wouldn't be as painful as that, but I could be wrong. I could be exaggerating.
I mean, that's a little bit.
Nobody tests that.
No.
Yeah, I don't need proof of that. It's just my, dramatic observation.
Something Mythbusters should not do.
Yeah. Now, I did get something. So the well is next week.
It is? Okay. That's
It
right.
is.
I guess it is, yeah.
Correct.
Yes.
Okay.
So
it's next week.
what I got this time is I've done a little research on what is allegedly the most sour candy ever. And so there's things called extreme warheads.
Yeah, I think I've heard of those. They're like,
I'm nervous with that because for some reason
bad.
Sour, I think it seems almost worse to me. Because it
Well,
was
see, hot I can't do. Sour I can, I'm at least willing to try.
Because sour is technically acid, isn't it? That makes it sour. That's what
I don't know.
That is what I've heard. I can neither confirm nor deny whether that's accurate.
Well,
but
I've seen people do a challenge before where you have to like put like 3 of them in your mouth and hold them in your mouth. So
see, I can once it's in there, I can. I mean, no, I haven't had something that sour, so I don't want to say something I have to double back on. But I mean, once I've committed to having it, I don't think finishing it is the problem. It's just hard to endure it.
Well,
I think
the other thing I've heard is once you get past, it's actually not the entire thing is sour.
Okay.
It's just the outside coating. So if you can get past that outside coating.
Oh yeah, I think warheads are like that in general, right? Not just the extreme ones.
I don't know. I remember crybabies when I was little, and we would my friends and I would like try to just like slowly get rid of the outside, which was actually more painful instead of just sticking the thing in your mouth and getting past that burst of sour.
Ooh.
See, crybaby is what they should have called the spicy Bean-Boozled.
Yeah. So I'm thinking our challenge will be you have to put 3 in your mouth at one time and keep them in there, and eat them all the way.
I'll try eating 1. I'm not sure if I'll try for 3.
All or nothing, man. All or nothing at all. So anyway, that was our fun. Our fun. Well, it wasn't really fun challenge. Like it sounded like it would be fun, and everyone was excited.
It sounded like a good idea at the time. Not everyone was excited, but
we'll say our resident spice lover, so to speak, or the guy who does spicy things the best. He actually wasn't able to make it, and then one of our church members who really likes spice, he sounded like he would be interested in trying it, which I haven't seen him try it. I actually be kind of curious to see him try the game.
Yeah, we have to have him. I have to see. I'd really like to see them try it. So maybe next time at the well, have them try it because
this is for you only. We've done it.
Yeah,
This is
we're gonna
for
watch
you.
But no, he grows his own habanero peppers. So
Right.
I'm
So I
thinking
figure,
he
yeah.
can probably handle it. It
Yeah.
probably won't be a problem. But I did determine that I don't want to do any other spice challenges, like the spicy chip, the spicy chocolate,
where it's just take
I-
one
the,
square and
the
that's the whole
devil
thing.
tongue or whatever. I wouldn't get that anyway.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of the name.
The name like freaks me out. But
It's literally a lie. Because his native language is
It's
lying
deep.
whenever he speaks his own.
very deep.
So yeah,
Deep,
okay.
man.
Yeah. But in any case, no, it was funny because we were all done. And for a while, we just were like silent. We're like, ugh, like my stomach.
Yeah.
So then
yeah.
someone was mentioning the regular Bean-Boozled. I was like, you can't talk to me about this right now. Like, because I'll lose it. Not
Ugh.
angry. I'll lose something else,
You lose the cookies you didn't eat.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah, those figurative cookies.
Gonna
Figurative cookies.
So,
pass by
but we'll
one
have
of
to
my
try the
food area.
sour challenge and let people know how that pans out.
That should be interesting.
And we could use some tips on. We don't like dangerous challenges. I mean, the spicy is about as dangerous as we would do. But if you have some
Mhm.
other like interesting ones, we'd love to hear them. Doesn't mean we're gonna necessarily
We'd
try.
love to
'em.
hear
Like
them.
if you
We're not
come at
gonna
me with
do
some
them.
zebra spider and be like, "Oh, eat that," yeah, no, it's not gonna happen.
Okay, wait. I have to pause. Is that something you made up, or is that an actual thing?
No, I think
Zebra
that's a
spider.
real thing.
Zebra
I
spider.
was curious if creative, imaginativeness
Well-
was coming out, or if
Well,
there's
I
actually
mean,
a zebra
in your
spider.
defense, that is, I can be a little dramatic
Well,
sometimes.
it's a
but-
zebra
Yeah, just
spider.
a little
But I'm
dramatic.
pretty
No.
sure-
It's a tarantula with white and black stripes on it. It says zebra spider.
Okay, zebra spider is that? Ooh.
Guys, I think they're real.
Found something.
Okay, so it is a real thing.
It's a real thing.
So
It's not like a barking
it's
spider,
the
right?
zebra jumping spider is a common jumping
Oh, and
spider
they jump too.
of the northern hemisphere.
Oh, yay.
Okay, is it edible? No, I thought I saw a video of a guy
Things you
eating a
find out
zebra
on
spider
3 PKs on a podcast.
Well, why would you watch that?
Are zebra spiders edible?
because it's funny.
No.
Oh, zebra tarantula. That's what it was.
I was totally kidding.
No, I'm
No,
not.
but did you hear me say it's a tarantula with white and black stripes on it?
Oh,
Did you hear me
no.
say that? I
No,
was
I
kidding
didn't.
when I said that. But it's actually a form
No,
of
but
tarantula.
it comes in a little pop top can. That would freak me out. Can you imagine?
And
Like,
is it alive or do you eat it dead?
no, you eat it dead.
Okay, well,
Well, I'd hope so. Well, I'm pretty sure by the time it comes from
Um,
Amazon, it's dead.
If it's canned, I would hope it's dead.
That would be cruel, too. Stick a live spider in there and seal him up. I mean, spiders are
I think
creatures, too.
I think the canning process would do not
okay.
good things
Alright.
to him. Like
Okay.
I don't think he would. I don't
Anyway.
think he would live through it. But that's just a guess.
Oh, here we go. You can get it at Meat. Well, I don't know if that's a good website or not. I don't want to say the name of the website. But this website has... I'm not
trust
on...
the reliability of.
Well, you know how they have just ads that pop up. So I'm not on
yeah,
the website. I'm
right.
just seeing the ad. But one large salted zebra tarantula.
Mm.
How much
It's-
does it cost?
You know that
Yum,
you
yum.
Oh,
you know that when the Amazon package stealers, you leave little surprises for them. You just make a zebra spider your package.
oh, look, guys. Okay, so it's no added colors or preservatives.
Great.
Non-GMO zebra spider.
Well, oven dried, not fried.
Oh, yuck!
And
Oh.
100% natural ingredients.
All
the way-
okay.
All the way.
Oh, I'm getting a visual of spiders
Ugh.
crawling around in an oven as they're slowly getting dried. Like,
Hold on. Hold on. Here's the allergen warning. Crustaceans.
crustaceans. If you're allergic to crustaceans, don't try
Do
the
not
zebra
eat
spider.
tarantulas. And this could be yours for just $9.80. It's in stock.
$10.
All the way from Thailand.
Oh.
See, these are
But
some
that-
of the things
Oven
that.
dry.
But see,
okay,
that one's
this is
in a
one of those
bag.
things that makes
let's-
you say
let's see this
it
one.
really is not hard to be a millionaire.
Oh, that.
Who came up with that and is selling that? Like, Someone came up with the idea, let me oven bake a zebra spider and sell it for $10 a piece. Like, the ideas you could come up with to make a lot of money is...
For £23.99 pounds. No, that's euros. Yeah, that's euros. You could get a zebra tarantula in a can from Crunchy Critters.
Crunchy Critters.
And they are sourced from Cambodian tarantula breeders as opposed to being taken from the wild.
Oh, that makes me feel a whole lot better.
Does anyone else feel like I'm reading something out of the fiction?
Actually, I think it does in a way.
Of a bookstore. Like, this doesn't seem like this is this feels like it's an article. It feels like it came from like The Onion or Babylon Bee or something.
There's multiple places you can buy this. You can get it.
In one sense, I do feel better if it's from a spider farm for some reason, rather than them just picking up a bunch of them from the wild. But
I don't, it's weird either way.
It's just it's gross either way.
Ew. Oh, it gets worse, guys.
All right, maybe we should change the subject.
I'm just saying, like, chocolate-covered super worms is probably not something to win a girl for Valentine's Day.
You know Minnesota Cuke?
But I thought girls love chocolate.
Anyone who's any VeggieTale fans out there who've seen Minnesota Cuke and what's his name? Professor Rattan. He switched out Minnesota Cuke's gummy worms for real worms. I didn't find out until after I ate them.
Ugh.
For all my gluten-free folks out there.
All right.
You can get cricket flour.
Wait, cricket flour, as in they've made flour from crickets instead of grain.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. Well, it's probably good for keto diet too.
Does it make you jump for joy?
Jump for joy.
Ooh, you can get silkworm flour too.
I just imagine ordering like a loaf of bread made with that, and you hear.
Can you make an appetizing meal?
But this is what I'm saying. Someone has flour. Like, that's a whole company that sells all that stuff.
Yeah.
Someone has a company. They've made millions of dollars selling bugs for eating purposes. That's what there are so many better ways to make. I'm sorry. What I see an expression that I don't know.
Well, this one's out of stock, so we can't buy this one.
So it's popular.
But you could get dung beetles.
For whatever reason, that doesn't bother me as much. But
wait,
okay. Yeah. So we're gonna have to have a conversation about this right now.
Do they eat dung, or what is dung? They live in.
Does it really matter? The name is dung beetle.
Well, it does kind of
matter.
But it's more disturbing
beetles
than other.
I don't know.
Is it just a beetle?
I'm pretty sure they hang.
It's kind of like
there's a reason why that's their name.
Dung dung dung.
Okay.
Dung 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 dung.
This is very educational, but stuff that I really didn't want to learn.
And we found the title of this episode.
Yeah, I was correct.
Hooray!
So let's see. Can we say this word on our podcast?
Probably edit not. If you have to ask.
Dung beetles are beetles that feed on feces.
Oh, feces. Okay. Yeah.
Feces. I think that's okay to say.
I guess. Yeah, I don't see why it wouldn't be, but we're saying dung.
Dung. Feces. Dung is in the Bible.
They feast on.
That is a Bible word.
Yeah, I guess it is, I suppose.
So that's their source of food. Okay, so yeah, you wouldn't really want to eat that, I guess.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, you are what you eat.
You are what you eat.
Yeah.
They eat dung.
Ooh. I reckon.
Ooh.
So back to my original statement, we're not going to eat those things if you recommend that to us, or even send it to us. We'll say thank you and maybe take a picture and say, but I'm going to say no.
And then we'll re-gift it.
We might be able to find other people that would be willing to try it.
But a dung beetle?
We ourselves, I don't know about a dung beetle, but somebody might eat a spider.
Cricket flower.
A cricket. I'm not promising a cricket, but of all the bugs out there, that would be the only one that you could maybe convince me to try. But I'm not going to promise. It's a big maybe.
Yeah,
I'll stick to burgers and fries. Thank you much.
Like, I need some. I'm prize motivated. I'm going to need something else just then. Like, oh, I really want you to try this. Like,
$15. Is it worth $15?
I don't know. That's what I'm saying. It's like,
We know the Carolina Reaper was not worth $15 to
well,
you.
it was worth $15 2 times, but not
The
a
third
third
time.
No.
It wasn't worth the $15.
At that point, I think it was still only 10. When you were having,
No, by that time it was 15. When it was just
Is it?
there was 3 of us, I think it was.
oh,
Maybe
yeah.
not. Maybe you're right.
I'm saying by the time you had the first 2 Carolina Reapers, it was still
It was
only
all-
10.
That's true.
So-
Yeah,
That was worth 10, but
not 15. Yeah.
now we're doing economics. First we've gone into biology, and now we're into economics.
Yeah.
Hooray.
Taking it
Next
full.
up,
So-
math.
So,
Hashtag make Euler proud.
There we go.
Oh, yes,
you
we
guys
probably
need to
should-
tell about your
Oh,
Christmas gift.
Because we
Yes.
we talked about it, but we never went out there. So, yeah.
yeah. So, since Christmas has come and gone, and we haven't been able to talk about this on the podcast yet, my sister, for
That's me,
Christmas,
by the way.
yes, my sister Emily,
Just wanted to be clear.
Just wanted to be clear.
in case you weren't sure, she got us for all 3 of us, or just
Yeah.
me
I
and
did.
Matthew?
Yeah.
Yeah, she got.
Originally, it was just going to be you guys, and then I felt left out.
Yeah.
I see.
It wouldn't
So-
be right.
She got shirts for us that said hashtag making Euler proud on them,
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
just for us.
Just for
They're
us.
not like for sale or anything. It's literally
Available
just for
at-
us.
Yeah.
3
Yeah, we're
PKs.
not quite at
Yeah, no,
podcast merch.
merch.
no.
That'd
But
be- that'd be
we'll have
kinda
to- we'll have to-
but-
We'll have to show you guys a picture sometime of it.
Mhm.
Yes.
There you go. We'll make it our new cover photo. No.
Hashtag making Euler
Hashtag
proud.
making Euler proud.
Here you go. Now we
There was
covered
something
math.
else I was gonna
Next up.
mention. But
Yeah, that's
I
right.
don't remember
I
what it
cut you
was.
off by saying next up math.
I forgot what it was. It's okay.
Let's see. What else? What else have we been up to?
Between now and Thanksgiving.
Oh, have we been able to talk about how the Christmas project went? Because we talked about we were spending time on the.
Since we haven't recorded, well, we haven't
Yeah.
released an episode since Thanksgiving. I'm
Correct.
gonna go with no.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But our Christmas project did go well,
Yeah.
and actually, in a couple months, it'll be time to
Start
Start
gearing
up
up
again.
for
start
it again.
gearing up for it again.
Mm-hmm.
Because one thing, because we live in Florida, the sun has a way of fading things. So some of
Yeah.
our paintings got a little faded in the
tainted,
sun.
yellowed.
So
It was kind of cool because we had a picture of the crucifixion, and originally I think we had Jesus and the 2 thieves, like we were gonna have them on one painting, but then we decided to put Jesus separate. We like cut him out of wood and then
Yeah.
put him like in front of a painting that just had the 2 thieves. Well, we left it out in the sun, and the sun kind of faded the picture. So
Oh,
now
yeah,
the
yeah.
picture itself, it kind of has like a imprint of like the
'Cause the-
cross,
yeah,
of
'cause
like
the
where
cross
he would
was-
be.
Screwed to the frame in front of it there.
Yeah,
So when you look at the picture of just the 2 thieves, you see a silhouette where his cross.
where his
yeah.
cross
was.
was.
It's kind of deep to think about, actually.
Yeah.
Their crosses, they're still in their graves. One's missing,
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
but the impact is still there.
Yeah. So that was fun. Let's see. We are getting ready to do a puppet show again, finally.
Finally.
Yeah, it's been
After a
like
long
Because
it's
our-
been
our
over
Easter-
a year probably actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we were going to do one for Easter in 2020, and it got
Mhm.
canceled. So we weren't able to do it, and we haven't done one since. So
Yeah, so in a couple months,
I have to get
We'll
back
be,
into the
uh,
habit of that. It's kind of a
yeah.
puppet
Yeah.
habit of.
Well, and it's cool because it's going to be like our first one kind of on the road. It's not terribly far away.
It's a little
but-
farther than our normal.
but it's further than
Mhm.
our normal. So
we
we're
normally
kind
go.
of like
yeah,
doing a sleepover
lock
because
in.
we have to
at the-
leave so early. So
Yeah.
Yeah,
get ready for
We'll
it.
have to leave like 6, I think, something like that.
Yep, 6
which is not
a.m.
my fave.
Yeah,
It's
You can at least
fine
sleep,
because
though, in the
I
car.
just wake
Yeah.
up enough to get into the vehicle,
and you're
and
good.
then I'll fall back asleep for the next 2 hours, and then
Yeah.
or however long it is. But
Yeah.
yeah, so that should be quite fun. Have to get my puppet arm back in gear.
Yeah.
Which I found out I've tried switching back and forth. My left hand's okay because I'm left-handed, which I don't think we've mentioned. Not that it's really relevant, but but my right hand is a little bit harder to do the puppets on. I can do it, but it hurts a lot quicker than my left hand does.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Let's see. Oh, one other thing that was fun. We actually did it for both the well and the youth. Was a black light Easter egg hunt.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
So, which is, it's not.
We also missed Easter.
Yeah.
It's not.
Happy Easter.
Yeah.
Happy Orthodox Easter. Actually, this past Sunday was Orthodox Easter.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know that.
Yeah,
That's
it's
very
like
cool.
a month later than the non-Orthodox Easter, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, so the one thing for next year, if you want to try this, it's not terribly hard to do. The hardest part is you just have to find black light flashlights, which are not, I don't think they're that difficult to find. We had them at your friendly Lowe's.
What,
Not
the
hashtag
what?
non-sponsor.
The flashlights?
The flashlights, yeah.
I think, I'm not sure
I don't,
exactly.
I don't
'cause-
know exactly where they were from, but
They're from Lowe's. You can get them at Lowe's, so
I really like that store, though.
probably can
Hashtag not sponsored.
find them on. Yeah,
I
hashtag
like
not
that store.
sponsored. But so that's the big thing. Then with the eggs, if you just find some type of white sticker to put on there, it'll show up with the black light. So what we did was we had the eggs, we put on, I used some little white stickers, and I got the idea because I was filling them for the regular Easter egg hunt on Sunday for the kids. And I was looking at it and I thought, man, this would actually show up if you shined a black light flashlight on it, which we did have one. No. We had one.
I think we had one.
We had one, and so I just tried it to see, and definitely it shows up big time. So all you have to do is get a white sticker, slap it on your eggs, make sure when you hide them, that part is visible, and then go out. So we did it in our church grounds there, and just hid them, and then went out in the dark looking for them. It was really pretty fun, I thought.
Yeah.
The tricky thing is like there's other things that will reflect.
Yeah.
Will reflect the black light, like tinfoil, different like pieces of trash will sometimes.
Yeah.
So you'll find other things too.
Yeah.
Not necessarily Easter eggs.
Oh,
but
there was.
You're like, I didn't realize there was so much litter here.
People littered here.
Yeah.
Along the road, because some of them were hidden
Bang.
all the way near the edge of the road. So we were looking like right, by the drainage ditches. So then
if you're gonna
that's
do
where
that,
you
just
find stuff.
be really careful.
Yeah.
Being near the road in the
It's
dark.
like, oh, that's not. Yeah. Oh, that's true.
Don't try that at home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it was fun doing that. I'm trying to think what else we've done church-wise. Oh, we had the Bible readathon.
Yes.
Yeah, that's right.
Which sounds like, that came up quick, but that's because we did one last year in October.
Yeah.
And then, but our normal time is to do it in the spring.
Yeah,
right
early
around
slash
Easter.
spring,
April, I
right around
think.
Easter. Yeah. So we had that, and that one was some of the nicest weather I think I've ever been a part of.
I don't think it rained at all.
It didn't
anytime I was
rain at
there.
all.
No, it didn't rain at all.
It was cool at night, but not. I mean, it was cold for me, but
When you're up on the gazebo that it's at, and you're following along in the Bible, you the wind will get you pretty good.
yeah.
If you're not wearing
So,
a jacket, but
just for anyone new who is listening, what is the Bible readathon? Could you explain?
I can. So, it's a really exciting thing. What it is our churches in the area. It's not one church. It's many churches.
Not like every church in the area, but like
and
close
it's not
to.
necessarily leadership in the church. Some of it's just members of other churches get together, and we read the entire Bible, starting Genesis chapter 1 all the way through the end of Revelation. And we read the entire Bible nonstop. And it takes from starting Tuesday night in a week, all the way till Saturday morning.
Yeah, it's
Maybe
like
about
around noon,
I
about
think is
noon.
when we.
it's like not quite 90 hours, I think, but like close to 90 hours,
or
I
I
think.
thought 96 maybe, right?
It depends on how fast
Maybe.
and slow you
Yeah.
read.
Yeah.
But
And so then, of course, one person could not stand there and read 96 hours straight. So what we
Mhm.
do is we break it up and have people sign up for 15-minute increments. Now, some people have signed up in the past and like read for an hour straight, or some
Mhm.
of them do like two, you know,
Mhm.
they do a
Yeah.
couple sets. I can do like usually maybe 30 minutes
Yeah.
in a row, but usually after
haven't,
that, I'm
like-
kind of ready for a break.
I haven't usually tried doing more than that, but that's probably like
Yeah.
my max.
Yeah.
I don't know if I've done more than one slot in a row. Before. I may have, but that I
Yeah.
recall, I usually do one at a time, spaced out.
Yeah. So, and then you do have people that kind of hang out to help, you know, coordinate people as they're coming to take turns to read, or, you know, every so often you have somebody that maybe, you know, forgets that they signed up. So
Mhm.
you have an open spot and you
Yeah.
fill in.
Occasionally
for them.
there's an open slot too where someone didn't sign up, but often
Yeah.
there's someone who comes in
And those are normally during the, you know, wee morning hours. So
Yeah.
then, like,
3,
I like to
4
do the
a.m.
nighttime shifts.
and
Is my favorite.
Yeah.
Just because it's like, it's very peaceful. And
mm-hmm.
also when
We
you're
used-
reading, there's not as many people out there. And so if you
Right.
stumble over some of your words, it's not,
Yeah.
not as bad.
Yeah, we used to do like a midnight to 4 shift for like the
Mhm.
people who are coordinating everything that's going on.
Mm-hmm.
And I did like a midnight to 4, and that was kind of like rough for me.
Mm-hmm.
But now we do like a 10 to 2, which is like perfect for me. 2
Mhm.
I can do, but
Mhm.
4 is like
Yeah.
a little rough
did-
for me personally.
I did the 2 to 6.
I don't remember which
Pretty
shift I
nice.
did that I was dozing off a little bit, sitting in the tent, and I'm going, huh? Not really snoring, but I was
Well,
falling asleep, and you,
yeah,
you
this-
hear the words, and then you kind of wake up, you're like, oh, I kind
Yeah. I know. I was like, oh no.
of.
Watch and pray, Emily. Watch and pray. You know, like, I was
Yeah,
like,
right.
I'm like, no, I know how the disciples felt.
Couldn't wait
'Cause we-
1 hour. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it was funny because this was my second night doing the 2
2
a.m. to
6, yeah.
6 a.m. shift. And, you know, I'm sitting there and I'm like feeling myself kind of like start to doze off. I'm like, wake up, wake up. Well, and then I look over and one of my other team members, she's dozed off. And then another one, he's dozed off.
Oh,
I'm
man.
like, oh no. Now the lady up on the stage who was reading along, she was fine. But I was like, all right, Emily, wake up, wake up. And it was only like maybe 30 minutes left of our shift, but it was like it hit all of us at the same time.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
But I love it because it's people of all denominations
Mhm.
that come and read. It's
Yeah.
not
all
anyone
across the city.
all across the city. And it's just exciting because, you know, it's something that we're able to all agree on, that the Word of God should be read publicly in our
Right,
city.
Yeah.
And and actually how it got started, because there's another city in Florida that they were doing that. And some ladies in our city found out about it, and they were trying to, you know, get some of the pastors to organize it. And they were like, well, you guys organize it. So they did.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And this is the 11th year
was it
Yeah.
11?
in a row. Mm-hmm.
I think it's 11th.
No,
No, I think
12th.
Isn't it the 12th or
It's the
12th 12th or
It's the
13th?
11th or 12th.
it's the 12th.
Because I remember the 10th.
That's
the
right.
10th, there was like a cake for like the 10th
Yeah. Yeah.
anniversary.
Yeah, this would be the
This
12th
was to be
then.
the 12th. You're
I
right.
have to look because I think it was like
Because
this.
last year
So-
was the 11th.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
So that's
Yeah.
pretty exciting that many years in a row it's continued.
Mhm.
Yep.
And the cool thing is the word is powerful and living. So, I mean, if you think about it, we've read the entire word over our city multiple years
In a
Mhm.
row.
in a row.
Yeah.
And just what that does, you know, in the spirit realm is amazing
Mhm.
and exciting.
For sure.
Yeah. 2019 was the 10th. So,
Yeah.
well, yeah, 12th. Okay.
Yeah. It's kind of interesting too because 2 of the 3 people that started it have even like passed since then,
Mhm.
but it's still been
It's
able
still
to
going.
It's still
continue,
continuing.
you know,
Mhm.
Yep.
which
Yeah.
is really cool.
Yeah, and it does create a sense of community, I feel like.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Not just like, oh, well, you go to my church. It's, oh, we're all
You always
brothers and sisters in Christ.
Right.
you always meet someone new,
Mhm.
like that's there's always someone who stands out. Like this year, we had a couple that was staying kind of near the park area, and they'd
Mhm.
always say, "Is there extra slots?" Well, yeah, there's some, but this time, okay, they'd sign
Right.
up,
Yeah.
read for a little bit, alternate.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and that's the fun thing too, is because I've gotten to meet some different people and find out about some different churches. When you do have somebody that comes along and says, "Well, I'm new to the area, I'm looking for a church,"
Right.
you know, you
Yeah.
can say, "Well, what denomination?" I can, point
I
you
can
in
hook
that
you.
direction. I mean, of
Yeah.
course, I'm
Yeah.
always going to try to say, "Hey, come see my church," but
Yeah.
Right.
there are some that really prefer,
Mhm.
certain denominations, and you can kind of point them in different directions, and because there are many wonderful churches in our area. And I think that was the thing that was shocking to me when I first moved down. I'd never seen that before, because even not just the Bible readathon, but I think we've mentioned it before in previous podcasts, where there's an organization where the pastors of the
Mhm.
city come together and
Mhm.
meet, and they just have fellowship and like inspirational message, and then just share things going on in the community, and
Yeah.
have
Mhm.
even
That one, I think-
organized they've organized community events and worked together with
Is
that.
that
Yeah.
same? Because
and that one, oh, sorry.
I know there's one group where
Gosh.
it's about a bunch of the churches to get together. I didn't know if the pastors meeting was part
Mhm.
of that. It's part of that.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was going to say that one's also across denominations too, right? That
Correct,
one,
yeah.
That one isn't just,
No,
one
it's not just one
saying
denomination.
that
Yeah.
There's one Christ
Yeah,
that
and
pulls us all together.
they encourage each other, and it's
Mhm.
just awesome, because places that I've lived in before, there was a little bit of competition almost
right.
between
My church is bigger than
the
your
chur-
church.
My church is
It's
bigger
like
than
my
your
dad
church.
can beat up your dad, but
Yeah, mine's better, and
Or there's some doctrinal thing like,
Mhm.
yeah,
we
like,
disagree
well,
over this.
we disagree, so we're not going to work with them on this.
Yeah.
And it's like, no,
Mhm.
no. So
because there you even see the true purpose of church is getting believers together to edify each other,
right,
to build yourself up for the fight that you go in throughout the week, and walking with the Lord throughout the week. So it's cool. You see this group gets a bunch of church groups together to do something as a body of believers, but then
Mhm.
also you even see where the pastors get together as they do things with their church, and where they have to lead their
Yeah.
church in something, and they get together to strengthen each other, because that's a very unique place to be in, is to be a pastor. So you need someone who's in that same position to be able to help you kind of go through
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
that.
Well, and because it's like seeing, I think it's 1 Corinthians where it talks about, one body, many members.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And we kind of see that playing out, where we have different members, different gifts, different, talents, different parts of the body. But with the Bible readathon, it's, we're all working together,
Right.
unified. And that's really cool.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so that's kind of
that's
what
kind
we've
of
been
what
up
we've
to.
been up to.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, and more beyond that. I mean,
Yeah.
that's, but
Yeah.
that's the whole
just
story.
a brief synopsis.
Wasn't a minute
What-
by minute chronicles of the kingdom.
Yeah.
Like those kings they would have.
Yeah,
Here's
4 months
what
of
he did,
stuff.
Here's what he did. Was it what was his name? No.
Artaxerxes.
Was it Xerxes, or was it King
Or Ahasuerus.
Ahasuerus, or Queen Esther's king? Or he couldn't sleep the one night, so he's having read to him the Chronicles.
Have his whole life read back to him.
Well, see,
Yeah.
I wouldn't want to be the guy having to read it to him, because I would be getting sleepy being the one reading it more than just listening to it.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, maybe.
But,
Yeah, so we didn't give you a full chronicles of everything that happened.
Yeah,
but
it's
that's
hard to
the
condense 4
highlights.
months into a single
Yeah.
hour or so. I don't know how long we've been recording, but
Well, yeah, we're actually getting pretty close up to an hour there. But
Yeah.
so, well, we're trying to get back on track here, do it a little more often. Which I did think of this earlier. Probably about somewhere around when this gets released, it'll be Mother's Day. So, happy Mother's Day to all the mothers.
Yes.
Happy Mother's Day.
Yes. Oh, that's right. Last Mother's Day, didn't we have?
We had
We did.
We had our mom on the podcast.
Yes.
Yeah. We'll have to bring back some guests, and
we'll have to bring her back on.
Yeah, that'll be fun. In our near future, we'll try to get on the ball of being a little more regular. So, welcome back to us.
Hello.
Welcome back to us. Welcome back to you. If you want to send us any questions or comments, our email 3pks@ibound.org. You can send us comments, challenges that you think we should do. I don't know, fun stuff like that.
Prayer requests.
Yeah, because I obliterated Nathan in Bible trivia.
We're not talking about that right now.
No. It's Bible trivia probably will return, I think.
Yes.
I just didn't have any prepared for today. So
Season 2. No.
Season 2.
Or Season 3 or something. I don't know.
The
I
return.
think we can just call it Emily Wins Again.
The return of Bible trivia. And then you can also, of course, there are different places that we post on YouTube, iTunes, Spotify, iHeartRadio,
TuneIn.
Facebook, TuneIn. I was like, there's one of them that I'm not as familiar with. Okay, so TuneIn, yeah. Tune in next time.
TuneIn.
That's probably where that came from. But anyway, all right.
Maybe.
I think that might wrap us up this week, though. I don't know unless you have any other comments that are worth interjecting this time.
No, not right now.
I don't think so.
That pretty much sums everything up.
All right. Well, then let's close in prayer for this time.
All right.
See you all next time. So here we go. Heavenly Father, I come to you in Jesus' name. I thank you for this podcast time that you gave us. It was a good time of fellowshipping together and getting back to record again, which is something we enjoy doing. So I thank you for that. I plead the blood of Jesus, pray over all of us here and all those who listen to the podcast, that you would keep us all safe as we go and do the different things about our days and weeks, wherever we are, whatever we're doing. So we come to listen again, to record again, that you keep us safe and that you would guide us, Lord, in things that we should do for you, for honoring you, Lord, as we talked about the readathon, Lord, that's the unity of the brethren. Show us what we should be doing to walk in unity together as a body of believers and in unity with you, Lord, you and your will. And I thank you for all these things. In Jesus' name I pray. Amen.
Amen.
All right.
All right. Until next time.
Yep.
So it's a good time for a good catchy tagline, but we don't have one.
Insert catchy tagline here.
Until next time, insert catchy tagline. Here we go.